Welcome back to First Take. Big news in the association where early this morning, Chris Paul posted to his story on Instagram that the Clippers were sending him home to LA from Atlanta, where the team plays later on today. Paul had previously announced that this would be his last year and he'd retire at the end of the season as a Clipper. Shortly after Paul's post, Clippers president of basketball operations Lawrence Frank texted a statement to ESPN confirming the news. He said this: "We are parting ways with Chris and he will no longer be a part of the team. We will work with him on the next step of his career. Chris is a legendary Clipper who has had a historic career. I want to make one thing very clear. No one is blaming Chris for our underperformance. I accept responsibility for the record we have right now. There are a lot of reasons why we've struggled. We're grateful for the impact Chris has made on our franchise." Now, the Clippers have lost 5 straight. I believe they've lost like 12 of 14 games.
14 of 16.
Yeah, 14 of 16. It's been not good for LA. Nonetheless, your reaction to the Chris Paul news?
Put the camera on me, please. I don't give a damn what Lawrence Frank has to say. I don't like what he did. I don't have much of a relationship with Lawrence Frank. I've always respected him. I remember when he was the head coach of the Nets. I remember when he was the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. I know the man knows his basketball. I always found it a bit sketchy, iffy. How does Doc Rivers bring you in as an assistant and you end up being the president of basketball operations over him before ultimately assisting and letting him go? I always find that to be very, very suspicious. But that's a story for another day. How the hell do you do this to Chris Paul? Now, this is a future Hall of Famer who's come there for the last year in his career. I don't give a damn what's going on with the team. They're trash right now. We understand that. They have the worst superstar in the sport in Kawhi Leonard, who is a talent when healthy, no doubt, but does nothing to promote his team nor the game of basketball. The absolute worst superstar that you could possibly have. And from what I've been told, the only person that really talks to him is CP3 because nobody else talks to him. Okay? Just leave him alone. That organization right now is a mess. It's a mess, okay? I know, and we know it ain't coaching because Ty Lue the coach. Ty Lue know what the hell he doing. Now, Jeff Van Gundy being there, we know Jeff Van Gundy knows the stuff, but he's old school, stuff like that. I get it. I have not spoken to CP3 yet, but you know I will. Okay, I haven't spoken to a few of the Clippers. They know they'll be. They know they'll. If I don't get a call from them, they'll be getting a call from me within the next 24 hours. Okay, because I've already been calling this morning. All right, I'm just on the air right now. I missed 2 calls during the show. I'll deal with that later. To do this to CP3, to do this to him, to let you on a road trip and you send him home. You send him home, doggy. This ain't about, whatever. We could talk about CP3's and his credentials, Hall of Fame, because I know you and I will get into that. But don't tell me he deserves this. You're on a road trip for Atlanta, and you're going to give out that bogus BS statement where it's not his fault. Then what you send him home for? Because you sent him home because he probably looked you in the face and told you that the organization is being ran like trash right now? That somebody needs to do something about the climate and the environment that exists with this thing. You were once competing with the Los Angeles Lakers. Not that you were ever going to win in a popularity contest, but you used to beat them. Now they're kicking your ass. Everybody is, all right? The Clippers look like hot garbage. And you make news because you're sending home a 12-time All-Star who is a consummate professional, known for his professionalism, known for holding others accountable. When you go, you're going to hear Chris Paul. I promise you'll hear complaints about Chris Paul because he's not liked by everybody. You know why he's not liked by everybody? Because that brother will hold you accountable. He will look you in your face and tell you when you ain't doing your damn job. He will make sure that you prioritize maximizing your abilities as a professional to do what's right to help the team win. And he ain't interested in making friends. He's forward thinking. He makes friends in the right places. He knows power brokers. He's a businessman. He's all of these things. He doesn't deserve this. If you want, at least come home and at least negotiate a buyout. To sit up there and to send him home like he's some malcontent running the streets, not knowing how to act, like he's a cancer to this team. Lawrence Frank is more of a cancer to the team than him. What have the Clippers done? Is it that the man that traded Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and about 4 picks for Paul George? Isn't that the man that assisted in letting Kawhi Leonard blackmail y'all into doing that so he wouldn't end up a Laker? Wasn't that on Lawrence Frank's watch? And you're going to send Chris Paul home? You're going to disrespect a future Hall of Famer, and a consummate professional in this league for 2 decades, the former president of the Players Association, like that? I mean, please. Hey, listen, and I'm just getting started. I'm going to do a deep dive into Lawrence Frank and what he has done to be in a position to pull that BS that he just pulled. You don't disrespect it. Come home. Come home. Work out. He's only there on a 1-year deal, doggy, at $3.6 million. Come home. Work out a buyout. Be on your way. Thank you. He's decided to retire right now. Call it a day. To send him home like that, to disrespect him like that, nah.
You mean to tell me, though, Steve, that Lawrence Frank did this and Tyronn Lue had no say in it?
Lawrence Frank is the one that wrote the statement.
Well, he's the president of the operation.
I'm just
he's
saying.
He's going to make the statement.
Listen.
Lue wouldn't allow this to happen. There must be something going on. Why would Lue allow this to happen? He's a Hall of Fame coach, Lue.
Whoever allowed it.
No. Lue, let me tell you something. Lue doesn't wield power like that within the Clippers organization, because if he did, other people would be gone. Now, I've known Ty Lue for years.
You're telling me that he allowed Paul to leave without trying to help him out like this, unceremoniously?
Yeah, you know why I say that? Because of how it happened. Now, if he just went away, sure. But to do this?
To send him home,
Nah.
the verbiage.
That's Lawrence Frank. That's Lawrence Frank.
Get on the owner then, Bomber, who everybody seems to love.
Sure.
Get on in. Tell him he can't do this.
Well, he did it. I can't say that a billionaire worth $50 billion, you can't do it. Yeah, he can't do it. He can't do it. You know what? He's spending his money wrong. He's investing it wrong. He's made the wrong investment. How many times have I been on the air saying, why are you investing in Kawhi Leonard? You talk about somebody that should be sent home. You know why you can't send him? You know why you can't send Kawhi Leonard home? Because he's always home.
Always home.
He's always home. That's why you can't send him home, because he's already there.
Throw Harden into that mix too, Steve.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He's not a winner.
No, not with the Clippers.
Okay.
When he was with Philly trying to get a new contract, Brooklyn trying to get out, yes.
Did we see Game 7 last year against Denver?
I agree with that.
We gotta go.
I agree with that. I agree
We
with
gotta
that.
go.
You know,
The
he doesn't
verbiage
show
was
big
weird.
games.
The Clippers are in shambles. It's an interesting story, to say the least, and we will continue to cover it here.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Lawrence Frank.
That's right.
I'm going to talk about that
after
stuff.
Shai Gilgeous and the boys taking on the Warriors. Early second quarter, Warriors down 5. Jimmy Butler. The Butler hits the 3. Warriors cut the lead to 2. Around 7 minutes ago in the second, Jalen Williams, full head of steam. Get out the way. Throwing it down. Thunder go up 46-37. Next Warriors possession, weird moment here. You see Butler right there losing his shoe. He's in discomfort. He would leave the game with a sore left knee and would not return. 30 seconds left to go in the half. OKC up 14. Not anymore. Make that 17. SGA with a 3. They dominate. They go into halftime with a 63-44 lead. Early third, SGA. Fade away. Fade away. Got it. 94 straight games with 20-plus points. Second longest streak in NBA history behind Wilt. OKC up 22, but Pat Spencer getting his. Got a 2 there. Warriors not going away. And watch Brandon Podziemski. Seconds left. Got it to go. Driving down court off 1 foot, hits it at the buzzer. It is a 3-point game. Early fourth quarter, Warriors still down 3. New Warrior Seth Curry making his brother Steph proud. Game tied at 95. There's Steph proud. Cheering on his brother. But under 4 minutes to go, SGA said enough. He had 38. Warriors win 124-112. Here's SGA on what it took to put it away.
We just have to stay in the moment. Whatever the game called for. The game's going to look different every night. We're going to win big. We're going to have to gut something out. You never know what's going to happen, but regardless, we stayed with it, stuck with it, and we were in the moment and did whatever it took to get a W.
OKC 21-1. I mean, you talked about how much you respect them. I know it might be a little early for this, but the chatter is going to start about can they get to where you guys were a few years back, and you know what great teams look like. Could you see them getting to that level?
It's hard, man, but I do think they're capable. You just need so many things to go right, though. Health, which they kind of plow right through health. It really don't matter, it seems. You need a lot of breaks, though, to go your way. But they're on the right track. And like I said, they're more than capable. I think 73 wins took some years off my life. It's hard. But like I said, they're